So good morning students. Today something is new and already we completed some of the syllabus of our PUC second year and we started that is the chapter number 4.2, that is the rise of new religion. In this chapter we already completed the the factor which is responsible for the rise of new religion, and also the Jainism we already completed. And now today we are going to introduce one more concept of this chapter, or we can call as the one more new religion, that is the Buddhism. Here in this point or in this concept we are going to discuss that is the founder or the early life of the founder, the events which took place in his life, so that all events we are going to discuss. One more, that is the teachings of Gautam Buddha, and also that is the spread, how it was spread in the different parts of the world, and also India. That points we are going to discuss in this concept. Okay, let us start. Buddhism. How the Jainism is one of the important oldest religion of India. Like the same only one more another one religion of our India, that is Buddhism. Here, the Gautam Buddha, who was the founder of this religion, who founded this religion, who founded this Buddhism or the Buddha religion. Here, in his early life, what we are going to know, so that we are going to know about only the where he was born, who were the parents, and some events which took place in his life. See, he was, means the Gautam Buddha was born in Lumbini Garden, but now it is not in India, it is in Nepal. Because that time there is the kings who expanded, depend on their the capacity, the many kings who expanded their boundaries outside of our India, or beyond the boundaries of our India, and that's why here the Gautam Buddha, when he was born, so that is the part of our one of the Indian kingdom, but now it is in Nepal. He was born in 563 BCE, that is before common era. So his early name, so as we know that whenever he was born, that time there is a one of the name giving ceremony was held, and according to that name giving ceremony, his name was given to him, that is the Siddhartha, that we call as his early name. So the question we asked for the one mass, what was the early name of Gautam Buddha? The Siddhartha was early name of Gautam Buddha. One more point is important. Who were the parents? Who were the parents of this our Gautam Buddha? He was also not a common person or one of the common child or common the man, like an Mahavira, how he was a son of one of the king. Like the same only here also the Gautam Buddha was also one of the king of one of the, or the son of one of the king. Let us see who were the parents of Gautam Buddha. Here, the king Siddhodana and the queen Maya Devi were the parents of our Gautam Buddha. So that king Siddhodana and the queen, mean the king is nothing but the father Siddhodana, and the queen, she was called as queen by why he was of the wife of the king. That's why. Who was the mother? That is Maya Devi. Remember the two marks question I asked for this. Who write two what do you call write names of parents of our Gautam Buddha. So here he was, means the Siddhodana, the father of Gautam Buddha, was the chief of the head of the Shakya clan of Kapilavastu. Here it is the name of the place. Here in that Kapilavastu, that our Siddhodana was the head or the chief of this Shakya clan. But you know what? one of the very bad event or one of the one unhappy event which was took place in the life of the Gautam Buddha at a very early age whenever he was born, no, within some days. So one of the event which took place, that is unhappy event was took place. What is that event? His mother, by name that is Maya Devi, was died at the seventh day of after the birth. After the birth, the seventh day of our Gautam or the Siddhartha on that day, or the after the seventh 7 days, whenever the child was born, whenever the Siddhartha was born, after the 7 days, his mother, the Maya Devi, was died. But his aunt was brought up to him by name. She's name is Mahaprajapati Gautami. So she was brought up to the our Siddhartha, the child Siddhartha. See how she was he, or apart from this, he was means the Gautam Buddha, as he was the king, the son of the king, he was a prince, he was a future king, so that's why he was brought up in very luxurious life. Everything is available, all the power, money, so the servant, so everything is available in the hands of our Siddhartha, in the hands of our Siddhartha, and that's why he was lived a very luxurious life. He was brought up a very luxurious uh, uh, life, or very luxuriously. So after the some year, so he was married. Means the Siddhartha was married with Princess Yashodhara at the age of 16. See, that time the age is very less compared to the today. So at the age of 16, Siddhartha was married with the princess. As he was a prince, that's why he was also married with one of the princess. His name was Yashodhara. After some years, so after some years, they have the son by name that is Rahula. So what? Rahula was the son of our Siddhartha and Yashodhara. But one more event is very important. According to the Jataka stories, here some events which is took place in his life, and that event which is affected very deeply, so on the life of the Siddhartha. And whenever this all the events, or this we can call as a scenes, affected on the our Gautam Buddha, he was become lived, he was renounce everything, he sacrifice everything, whatever he have no, so that everything was sacrificed. Let us see which are these all two events. We can see here, that is it's from here, according to the Jataka story. According to the Jataka story, one day or one evening, the Gautam Buddha was wandering outside the palace, as he was the son of the king prince. That's why he was living in the palace. And one day, one of him, at the time of evening, he was wandering outside of the palace. Whenever he was wandering outside the palace, he was saw the four scenes. Which are these four scenes? In the first scene, he was saw one of the person, or we can call as one of the old man. Old man. See, nowadays also we can see in our society, the old man, he didn't have a powers like today, like whenever he was adult, whenever he was teenager, how he was power, he can run, he can walk. Such power now he didn't have. He cannot walk properly. So he cannot eat properly. Why? Because he was very old. Why? Because he is old. He was saw this event, or the scene. After that, next to him, one more scene he was saw. Which is that in one more scene, that is a sick man. One of the person who is very sick, he have he had some disease, and that's why he was uh, crying loudly because of the pains of that disease. He was saw this second event. After that, he was saw the funeral procession. See, after the death, we know that our dead body will be as a buried or a cremation. Through these two methods we dispose our dead bodies. That funeral procession was also saw. And the last scene, it's very important. Last scene he was saw, that is the sage. Sage is nothing but the sannyasi, the person who was wearing the orange color, what we call as the cloths. He was dancing. He was singing the song of the God. He was saw that four events, but in the first three event or the first three scenes, which are these three scenes? The old man, sick man, and funeral procession, where he was saw the sorrow, unhappiness. People become very unhappy. People, he was saw the sorrow in that three events. But in the next or in the final, in the last stage, he was saw the happiness, that he was renounce everything, he was sacrifice everything, but he was very happy. He was dancing, he was singing a song of God. So after that, he was also decided. So, and these four scenes which is deeply impacted on our Siddhartha, he was also decided so that he should be renounce the worldly life. See, we can see here the worldly life. So the worldly life means what? Whatever we living, no, this is worldly life. We using the worldly things. So whatever we living, that is our property, whatever our status, so prestige, everything is there, no, that is worldly life. Now he decided to renounce this worldly life. But why he wanted to leave this worldly life? Why he wanted to sacrifice that power, that luxurious things, his parents, his wife, son? Why? Because he wanted to find out what is the truth, or the what is the main root cause of this sorrow. Whatever in the sorrow in the life of the human, what is the main root cause? Root is nothing but the main cause, important cause. What is the main root? How one of the tree is standing? Because of the root. There are roots in the soil. Like the same only, what is the root cause of this sorrow? He wanted to find out, and that's why he was renounced his wife, child, parents, kingdom, and find out. So he come out to find out the root cause for all the sorrows of the life. See, and this event, whenever he was renounced, no, this event is called as a great renunciation. So this event is called what we call as the great renunciation. ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಗೌತಮ್ ಬುದ್ಧದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಬೌದ್ಧ ಧರ್ಮದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಗೌತಮ್ ಬುದ್ಧ ಅವರು ಈ ಬುದ್ಧಿಸಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೌದ್ಧ ಧರ್ಮದ ಸ್ಥಾಪಕನಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ನೇಪಾಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿರುವಂಥ ಲುಂಬಿನಿ ಗಾರ್ಡನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ 563 BCದಲ್ಲಿ ಜನಿಸಿದ್ದರು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಶುದ್ಧೋಧನ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ವೀನ್ ಮಾಯಾದೇವಿ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ಆದರೆ ಜನ್ಮದ ನಂತರ 7ನೇ ದಿವಸ ಮಾಯಾದೇವಿ ಮೃತ್ಯು ಆಗುವ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಅವನ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮ್ಮನಾಗಿರುವಂಥ ಮಹಾಪ್ರಜಾಪತಿ ಗೌತಮಿ ಅವನ ಪಾಲನ ಪೋಷಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದರು. 16ನೇ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಗೌತಮ್ ಬುದ್ಧ ಅವರು ಯಶೋಧರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ವಿವಾಹನಾಗಿದ್ದರು ಮತ್ತು ರಾಹುಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಗನೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಒಂದು ಜಾತಕ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನು ಸರ್ ನೋಡಿದರೆ, ಸೊ 4 ಘಟನೆಯನ್ನು, 4 ದೃಶ್ಯವನ್ನು ಅವ್ರ ಜೀವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣವನ್ನು ಡೀಪಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆಳವಾದ ಪರಿಣಾಮವನ್ನು ಬೀರುವ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಅವರು ತನ್ನ ವೈವಾಹಿಕ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ತನ್ನ ಐಹಿಕ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ತ್ಯಾಜಿಸಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿನಾಗಿದ್ದರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲ ಬಾರಿಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಬ್ಬ ರೋಗಿ ಒಂದು ಶವಯಾತ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕೊನೆಯವಾಗಿ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ. ಮೊದಲ 3 ಘಟನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ದುಃಖವನ್ನು ಕಾಣಿತು ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಗೌತಮ್ ಬುದ್ಧ ಅವರಿಗೆ. ಆದರೆ ಕೊನೆಯ ಒಂದು ದೃಶ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಆನಂದನಾಗಿದೆ. ಅವನು ಒಬ್ಬ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿ. ಸೊ ದೇವರ ಸಾಂಗ್ವನ್ನು ಸಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತ ಆನಂದವಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಕೊನೆಯವಾಗಿ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಘಟನೆಗಳು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಆಳವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬೀಳುವ ಕಾರಣಗಳಿಂದ ಅವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ತ್ಯಾಗವನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇದೇ ಘಟನೆಗೆ ಮಹಾಪರಿತ್ಯಾಗ ಅಂತ ಅಥವಾ ದ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ರಿನೌನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ after that what happened? Now the Siddhartha was spending his life as a wandering ascetic, as a wandering sannyasi. He was wandering, he was place to place, he was visiting place to place, he wandering from city to city, and lastly in this process, he was keep away from all the sensual desires. Whatever we have the senses, no, that is our eyes, ears, tongue, so whatever these are the 5 senses are there. He was keep away from all the sensual desires and realize, but whenever he was understand, whenever he realize, so this more penance or more pains, through that penance I cannot be attain the supreme knowledge, I cannot be enlightened, and that's why he was sit under the, or he was attain the enlightenment under the people tree at the Gaya at the age of 35. See, after they started the meditation, and here they attain the supreme knowledge, they enlighten under the people tree. So ಆಲದ ಮರ ಗಿಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ at the age of 35, then onwards, whenever he was attained the supreme knowledge, whenever he was enlightened, then he was called as not a Siddhartha, he was called as the Buddha, which means enlightened one, which means the enlightenment one, or the person who achieved or the person who attained the supreme spiritual knowledge. So the person who attained the supreme spiritual knowledge. So after that he was also known as the Tathagata, which means that is the person who realized the truth. So he was not only called as the Buddha. See, he is also called as by different another one name, that is the Tathagata. Then what do you mean by the Tathagata? It means the person who realized the truth. What is the truth of the life? What is the truth? What is the main truth or the root cause of the sorrow in the life of our human? So the everything which was realized by the truth of life was realized by our Gautam Buddha, and that's why he was also called as the Tathagata. So after that Tathagata, or after the enlightened, he was founded the religion that is come to known as Buddhism. The religion which was founded by the Gautam Buddha, that religion is called as the Buddhism. ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ತನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಹಾಪರಿತ್ಯಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ತ್ಯಾಗವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಅಲ್ಮಾರಿ ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿನಾಗಿ ಗೌತಮ್ ಬುದ್ಧ ಅವರು ತನ್ನ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಕಳಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮತ್ತು ಈ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಆಸೆಗಳಿಂದ ತನ್ನ ದೂರವನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವದೇಹ ದಂಡನೆಯನ್ನು ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯವನ್ನು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಅವರು ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಆರಂಭಗೊಳಿಸಿ ಆಲದ ಮರತಳಗೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನ 35ನೇ ವಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯವನ್ನು ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಗಯಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ದಲ್ಲಿ, ಗಯಾ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯ ಇತ್ತು. ಆ ನಂತರ ಇದೇ ಸಿದ್ಧಾರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಬುದ್ಧ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಯಿತು. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ಮನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದವನು. ಸೊ ಬುದ್ಧ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದವನು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಅವರು ತಥಾಗತ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೆಸರಿನಿಂದ ಕರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಬುದ್ಧ ವಾಸ್ ಡಿಸೈಡೆಡ್ ಟು ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಲೈಫ್ or dedicated his remaining life for the spread of religion, for good of the people, to spread the principle of the religion. So for that purpose he was spent or he was dedicated his remaining whole life. Then after he was reached, he was proceeded to the deer park near Sarnath. So he was proceeded to the deer park near to Sarnath in the neighborhood of Banaras and deliver his first sermon. See, after the enlightenment, he was directly not started to spread, yes, this is my religion, this no. He was started giving us sermons. His first sermon was, or the Gautam Buddha was gave his first sermon at the deer park nearest to the Sarnath neighborhood of Banaras. Now the Banaras is one of the important city now, so that is in Uttar Pradesh. Nearest to this place he was giving his first sermon. In this sermon he was taught his teachings, the principles of Buddhism. Apart from this, and this event, whatever this event, no, this event which is called as Dharma Chakra Pravarthana. This event which is called as the Dharma Chakra Pravarthana, or the turning of the wheel of Dharma. See, at the time of Jainism, I told you the swastika is the symbol of Jainism. Like the same only Dharma Chakra, we can see here this or we can see this point. This is a Dharma Chakra is and our the symbol of Buddhism. So the symbol of Buddhism. Apart from this, here we can see next 45 years. Already I told you, no, remaining his life dedicated. So for which purpose? For the spread of this religion, for the spread of this principles and the teachings. Next 45 years here the Gautam Buddha was traveling around to teaching his principle, to spread for the purpose of to spread his principle. His personality and also the simplicity attracted the people. So we can see in the next point, that is his simplicity. Whatever his life is there, no, that his simplicity and the personality which attracted the many people towards the Buddhism. And but one more I want to tell you, the one more event or one more very interesting thing. Do you know what? Here lastly the Gautam Buddha was attained parinirvana at the Kushinagar in UP at the age of 80. See, after the enlightenment, after the next 45 years, he was dedicated his life for the spread of this religion, and at the age of 80 he was attained the Mahaparinirvana. So where he was attained the Mahaparinirvana? At the Kushinagar in Uttar Pradesh. At Kushinagar at the Uttar Pradesh. We can see here at the age of when? So at the age of 80. So at the age of 80. Apart from this, Edward Arnold, one of the historian, who has called him as a light of the Asia. But do you know one more very interesting thing about the Gautam Buddha? Which is that Gautam interesting thing? Gautam Buddha's birth means whenever he was born, whenever he was attained the supreme knowledge, that is called as enlightenment, and whenever he was parinirvana or attained the parinirvana, that day means these 3 days, the full moon day, that is called as a Purnima. So that is the call as a Purnima is the same day as there. Means whenever he was born, that time there is a full moon day. Whenever he was enlightened, that time was also the full moon day. Whenever he was attained or the attained the parinirvana, that day is also full moon day. So it's a one of the every one of the important and also the interesting thing about the Gautam Buddha. See, and his birthday is famous as the Buddha Purnima. So, in every year we celebrated his birthday, that is the ಬುದ್ಧ ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ ಗೌತಮ್ ಬುದ್ಧ ಅವರು ತನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಜನರ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಅಥವಾ ಧರ್ಮದ ಪ್ರಸಾರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳರು ಅಥವಾ ಅರ್ಪಿಸಿರುವಂಥ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಅವರು ಮೊದಲ ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರವಚನವನ್ನು ಸರ್ಮನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಮೊದಲ ಪ್ರವಚನವನ್ನು ಅವರು ಡಿಯರ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರನಾಥ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬನಾರಸ್ ಸಮೀಪದನ್ನ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಡಿಯರ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮೊದಲ ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರವಚನವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದರು. ಮತ್ತು ಇದೇ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆಗೆ ಧರ್ಮಚಕ್ರ ಪ್ರವರ್ತನ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಕರೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಧರ್ಮಚಕ್ರ ಈ ಬುದ್ಧ ಧರ್ಮದ ಒಂದು ಧರ್ಮ ಚಿಹ್ನೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಮತ್ತು ಅವ್ರ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನರು ಬೌದ್ಧ ಧರ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಆಕರ್ಷಿತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಅವರು ಕುಶಿನಗರ, ಸೊ ಅಟ್ ದ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ 80 ಕುಶಿನಗರ, ಉತ್ತರ ಪ್ರದೇಶದ ಕುಶಿನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಅವರು ಮಹಾಪರಿನಿರ್ವಾಣವನ್ನು ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿಶೇಷತೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಜನ್ಮ, ಅವರ ಜ್ಞಾನೋದಯ ದಿವಸ ಮತ್ತು ಅವರ ಮೃತ್ಯು, ಸೊ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ದಿವಸವನ್ನು ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ ದಿವಸ ಅಥವಾ ಫುಲ್ ಮೂನ್ ಡೇ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಆ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಅವ್ರ ಜನ್ಮ ದಿವಸವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬೌದ್ಧ ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ ಅಂತ ಆಚರಣೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ the Buddhism or the early life of the Buddhism. In this class we have discussed about the early life of our Gautam Buddha. In the next class we are going to start, that is the teachings of Gautam Buddha. Thank you.